Thunder come with the territory here in the Sooner State. It's time for some hoops at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder here in downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Dwayne Wade, what will we see from him?
And Kevin, he comes away with a lot of steals by being patient and picking his spots and anticipating, when the shooter is going to go up. And then he just strips it away from him and heads the other way.
And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. Almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play. Usually the logic is that if you want to win the West, you need to get a lot of wins against the East to pad your record, guys. But the Thunder did dominate the East last season, but not as much as the other teams, and they still won the West.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. The feet to Haslam. Durant against LeBron. Bosh kicks to Wade. The pass to Haslam. Clock at 4. Baseline jumper. Misses off the right iron. Well, getting back to the Thunder, as you said, Clark, they took the East to task once again. They were 21-9 against the conference. But, Steve, that was just tied for the third best in the West.
I think a big part of that is that after they made it to the finals for the first time, they played with a target on their back. And I thought every team in the league knew they had to bring their A game to try to kind of make a statement against the Thunder.
He had a nice open look right there. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook with it. First quarter, just over a minute played. And Durant, here we go. And stolen by Chalmers. In transition, here comes Miami. Wade, right side. Inside to Bosh. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Miami went to that smaller lineup last season, and a big change in that was having Chris Bosh move over to the 5 spot. Not his natural position, but I thought he held his own both offensively and defensively playing in the middle.
And for Bosh, playing the center, Steve, he's giving up some weight out there.
But he's a very smart defender. He avoids fouls, and the way the league is these days, Kevin, most teams play smaller, and Bosh can normally find a center that he can guard without too much trouble. But there are a few matchups around the league that are a problem.
Well, they got the speed and the pressure of that Miami defense. You think they're able to compensate for any lack of size inside by using those other things?
Yeah, that's normally the case against, I would say, the vast majority of the league.
Now here's Wade, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Haslam, the pass to Wade. Feeds it to Chalmers. The dish to James. No good on the 3. On defense, Miami. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Sempolosha's shot is good. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Haslam a screen. James against Ibaka. Shot's good.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Now here's Westbrook. He feeds it to Durant. Back to Westbrook. Left side Westbrook. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night here. Free throw no good for Westbrook.
Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
And it's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Collison with a screen on Chalmers. Westbrook dishes to Collison. Westbrook drives in, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Pocket 6. It's stolen by Haslam. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Free throw good. Bosh.
Coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Haslam. Battier comes in for James. And Allen subbed in for Dwayne Wade.
That's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
It's Battier on the wing. Kicks to Cole. Pass to Allen. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Go back to what Bosh said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fight.
LeBron, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. LeBron James. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shots good by Durant.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
Here's Cole. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. They set the pick. Passes it to Anderson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
James with it. With some art, and the basket good. And that does it for the first quarter.
Pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep, all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
In a moment now, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Ray Allen and LeBron fill out the wings. Shane Battier is out there with Chris Anderson, and it's Cole in at the one. Here's Jackson after the made shot from Anderson. Again, the miss by Jackson. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Kevin, the Thunder are often seen as getting into one another during games in what looks like heated arguments. But that is the culture they want, as every player can hold each other accountable. Coach Scott Brooks describes it saying, "I'm with them every day." That they have some competitive moments? Absolutely. But that's how we work here. We challenge each other. It gets chippy. You can't argue with the results, even if it looks like they are always at each other's throats, guys.
I believe it. Those must make for some good battles, Doris. Thanks. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Westbrook. He kicks to Cephalosha. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. No good from Lamb.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
You know, one thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts, it's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that.
Now LeBron after Jeremy Lamb's three-pointer that didn't go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness. He stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role, but, you know, a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus, but Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
And so he hits both.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He's got 10 points, and he's picked up 1 dime. He's rolling, trying to put them on his back right here.
You're right. Everything seems to be clicking for him right now.
Now here's Perkins. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Lamb. 6 to shoot. No good, unable to end this run.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Thunder trailing by 16. Time called here, the Thunder decide. Again with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said they need to start attacking in the open court. He doesn't want to see them operating in a strictly half-court offense. He wants their tempo to become more of a weapon. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. The kick out to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That drops. .149 left to play here in the half.
You know, so much has been said about the Oklahoma City home court advantage, and for good reason. I mean, you can feel it and hear it like a college atmosphere.
That's a good point. Now here's Wade. Shot clock at 5, and Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Lets it go. Another miss by LeBron. Clark, back to what you said. Not only can you hear it when they are here, you can literally feel it. The rumbling, Steve, when you first come out of the tunnel is amazing.
Well, the Thunder have a fantastic team, Kevin, and you know they've been good the last few years, but you don't go 34-7 at home like they did last season without a significant advantage coming from the crowd. And I think that's been the case here. The crowd is loud and active and fired up every single night.
Outside Westbrook. Now here's Lamb. Defense is right there. Here's Collison. Great D that time from Hazel.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Lamb with the ball, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Now Lamb. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Now the Heat with it. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Chalmers with the screen for Wade. Here's LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. So here's Westbrook. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early. The first free throw is good, and the Heat making a change here. And both free throws good for Westbrook. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Miami ahead, ending the 3rd quarter with a massive 16-6 run.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Coach, LeBron obviously having a tremendous...
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
From the 2K Sports Studios on a beautiful Sunday night, it's time for the halftime report. Miami up on top against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. LeBron's been going at it effortlessly against the Thunder. He's got 14 points, and he's been working to get great looks from the field, making his trips to the free throw line count as well. For the Thunder, though, in this one, plenty of work still needs to be done. Their outside scoring is letting them down so far, and without that threat from outside, their offense is bogging down, unable to spread the floor. Leading the team in scoring, Russell Westbrook. His shooting percentage hovering right around 50%. It's awfully good, heads or tails. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. 3rd quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And let's say what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
Backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. Ibaka at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. And he makes the first.
I think Westbrook may be the most explosive player in the game right now. I mean, you got Wade, Kobe, Derrick Rose, but I think Russell Westbrook, with his speed and quickness, is probably the guy right now.
And both free throws good for Westbrook. And Westbrook really a freak athlete, Clark, a terrific dunker.
Yeah, he's a guy you would just love to see in the dunk contest, Kevin, but he says he's more of a game dunker and might not shine in the exhibition type format, and I can understand that. The dunks that Russell does in games are so vicious and so posterizing that it's hard to create that same type of tenacity and energy in a contest. So I think there are some guys that are more geared towards dunking in games than winning dunk contests.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
And Chalmers kicks to Haslem. Back to Chalmers. Down low. Here's LeBron. Can't get it to go. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Over over to the wing, and here's Westbrook from the arc, and it's Miami with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
6 to shoot. Here's Haslam. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Right wing, the 3. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Cephalosha. Westbrook's got it back down to within single digits for Oklahoma City.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word, focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate him. The Heat leading by 11. And when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is, a natural tendency to cruise. But, Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, there's just so much athleticism on this team that if they want to press you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers. And if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
For 3, Durant. Miami grabs the miss. Wade's got 3 rebounds now in this one. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. LeBron passes to Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Wade. Covered by Cephalosha. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And the Heat with some changes. Allison comes in for Perkins. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Thabo Cephalosha.
Put together a great team, fans can get a little wild. When you put together a great team that's exciting to watch too, then they really get wild. And that's what you have to deal with when you go to Oklahoma City. A great team with terrific fans.
Here's Westbrook. That's good. Westbrook's got 15.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they need it.
The Heat leading by 14. LeBron kicks to Anderson. Here's Cole. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. Got it. Good job in the low post. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter. And back to these great fans in Oklahoma City. They hosted the Hornets for 1 season in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, you recall. And Steve really showed what a great crowd they could be for a team.
Kevin, I agree. And I think that season when they hosted the Hornets, I think that showed the league that Oklahoma City was ready to become a franchise. And that's why the move from Seattle to Oklahoma City was allowed by the league, because the city had proven that they would support the club.
First one falls for him.
Kevin Durant is one of the most laid-back and easygoing guys you'll meet in the NBA, but don't be fooled. He's as fiery a competitor on the court as anyone else in the league. He's a superstar because he has the talent, but also the drive.
And I think when you talk about the drive of Kevin Durant, Clark, it all comes from his love of the game.
I love watching Kevin Durant play. He is such a special talent, and you can see the inherent joy that he has in playing the game. I mean, it's palpable, it's obvious. He's a big-time gym rat, and he just loves to work on the game and continue to refine his skills. He's a joy to watch.
Under trailing by 14. He dishes it to Lamb. From downtown, kept alive. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 7.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Cole. Anderson up top. Dishes it to Cole. Allen outside. The feed now to James. Straps in the tray. LeBron's got 19 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now the pass to Lamb. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. LeBron dishes to Anderson. Lets it fly from 18. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Heat up by 15. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, today it comes from one of the men in the middle, Kevin. Let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask, who is the best passing big man you played with?
Luke Longley.
The Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
The #1 pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. On the floor for Miami, Ray Allen and LeBron fill out the wings. Chris Bosh is out there with Shane Battier, and it's Chalmers in at the 1 spot. Here's LeBron. Thunder with the rebound. Lamb with the ball, and Bosh picks him up defensively. Here's Westbrook, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Miami leading by 13. And here is Chalmers. Feeds to Allen. 11 feet away. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
One of the great shooters in the history of the game. I mean, Ray Allen is just amazing with that deep range. Incredible accuracy. And he can also put the ball on the deck a little bit once or twice. Pull up jump shots, get to the foul line. Allen's just one of the most consistent scorers we've had in the game for a long time.
And he's rehearsed that motion for so long. It's automatic. I mean, it's something he can do in his sleep. He doesn't even think about the situation or the defender. He eyes his target and lets it fly.
Timeout called the Heat.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Good ball movement here by Miami. LeBron drives in. Shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Another miss by Westbrook. Miami leading by 13. James with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Chalmers passed away. Wade, right side. Here's Haslam. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Perkins.
Yeah, the defender draped all over it.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
Haslam hits both of them.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslam, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence, took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. And
he was.
He had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
Durant kicks to Sefolosha. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Heat leading by 15. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He mentioned the need for more use of the pick and roll. It's a basic component of their offense that he said he hasn't seen nearly enough of. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Perkins dishes to Sefolosha. Westbrook passes to Durant. The Thunder with another miss. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Perkins against Chalmers. There's the dish to Haslam, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Heat.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for LeBron James. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Again, Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
And here's Westbrook from the arc.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
LeBron gets the screen from Bosch. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chalmers against Westbrook. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And the Heat lead by 21. Oklahoma City's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Durant just inside the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Heat have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Now here's Wade. He's tightly guarded. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
A fool if I take it all for granted.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and you know, it's kind of unexplainable, you know, and you try to go out there and you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. You know, and hopefully the momentum just continued to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, it opened up for the rest of us, too.
Thank you.